Jimmie Ward is the longest tenured player on the 49ers, and they just gave him a 3-year contract extension this offseason, meaning they view him as a foundational piece of their defense and their team. Let's break down Ward's best qualities: his tackling and his versatility. Jimmie Ward is built like a cornerback, but he hits like a linebacker. I'll give you 3 examples. All from the playoffs. This was the NFC divisional round against the Vikings. 4th and 22. 35 seconds left in the game. Niners up 17. This play doesn't matter. Jimmie Ward doesn't have to put his body on the line, but he does. He's here in the middle of the field, free safety. Pass comes up the middle. Beautiful hit. Now the guy picks up the first down, but again, it doesn't matter. A lot of safeties wouldn't lay out like this. Here he is in slow motion. This is why the 49ers love Jimmie Ward. Almost said Jimmy Garoppolo. This is a team leader right here. Longest tenured player on the team. Tone setter. This is how we play. This is a standard. No matter what time of game, what the lead is, that's Jimmie Ward. Another beautiful tackle from Jimmie Ward. This time in the NFC Championship game, right before halftime. Niners already up 20-0. Again, the game's pretty much over already, but Jimmie Ward always plays the same way. He plays the hardest of anyone in the secondary. Here he is at free safety. Pass is going to go over the middle to a big wide receiver coming over here. Easy. Good night. Flips him. And I love how Jimmie Ward, again, he's built like a corner, but he doesn't play like it. He plays like he's 240 pounds, and he will not break down if he makes hits like this. Now, his body has broken down quite a few times in the past, but he still plays hard. Again, this is why the Niners love him. Final example of a beautiful tackle from Jimmie Ward. This probably was his best play of the season. In the Super Bowl, 3rd and 11, first quarter, 2:22. He didn't force any fumbles or intercept any passes during the regular season, but he knocked the heck out of Patrick Mahomes here and jarred the ball loose. Here's Jimmie Ward in the middle of the field. Here's Patrick Mahomes. Just watch Jimmie Ward track him all the way across. Gives Patrick Mahomes one of the biggest hits he's felt all year. Let's watch it from the end zone. You'll see Jimmie Ward appear mid-play and just give Patrick Mahomes a nice little bruise. Here he goes. Mahomes knew it was coming too. He slowed down, still coughed up the ball. Lucky it went out of bounds. Beautiful hit. The other main thing that makes Jimmie Ward valuable is his versatility. Here he shows it in LA against the Rams, 4th and 2. Midway through the 4th quarter, Niners up 13. Still a game. Rams hanging in there. Notice Ward's down here in the slot. Rams using 4 wide receivers, so the Niners match up with their dime defense. And when they do this, they put Ward in the slot. You need 2 slot corners. And he was a nickel back as a rookie early in his career. This is the versatility he brings. He can play deep free safety. He can play man-to-man in the slot. Not a lot of free safeties can do this. Here he is going against Cooper Kupp, one of the best slot receivers in the league, running a very, very good route, but not good enough. Jimmie Ward basically runs it for him, breaks up the pass. Let's check it out from the end zone. No, Ward didn't intercept any passes last season, but this is just excellent, superb, phenomenal. Couldn't be any better coverage against an elite wide receiver running a double move. Wow. It's good stuff from Jimmie Ward. More versatility from Ward. Here he is, regular season against the Packers, 3rd and 8. Niners up 10-0 midway through the 2nd quarter. I showed you him playing nickelback essentially. Here he is playing strong safety on 3rd and long, pretending to blitz before the snap. Now he's going to cover Jimmy Graham, a tight end, man-to-man. Let's watch it in full speed. That's good coverage. Nice play at the end to swat the ball away again. Didn't intercept any passes, but made really nice catches in man-to-man coverage with his back to the quarterback like this. Really nice plays. I mean, never even had his eye on the ball. This is terrific technique. Instead of turning your head and trying to find a ball that you don't know where it is and slowing down, put your hand exactly where the receiver's hand is and knock the ball away. It's what he did. That's perfect coverage, perfect man-to-man coverage from a free safety playing strong safety. Final example of Jimmie Ward's versatility. This is the same game, regular season against the Packers. Again on 3rd and long. The Niners get creative with Ward on 3rd and long, and they will continue to next season. Usually the free safety on 1st and 2nd down. Here he's playing, well, you can't tell pre-snap. He's in the same depth as Jaquiski Tartt, but after the snap, Ward drops down. Tartt rotates to the middle of the field, and Ward's playing strong safety, basically linebacker, in cover 3. He's playing the underneath zone. He reads the quarterback and makes a diving pass breakup, maybe his best pass breakup of the season. Let's look at it from this angle. Drops down right here, is essentially playing middle line, inside linebacker in cover 3. Look at this diving pass breakup. Yes, every NFL defense wants a safety who can do that.
All right, those were Ward's strengths. Let's break down his one glaring weakness, his instincts.
So Ward's a wonderful tackler for a safety, and he's versatile because he can play nickelback as well. But his instincts as a free safety in the middle of the field aren't great. He often reacts late or incorrectly to the deep passes. Here he is, first game against Arizona, 4th quarter, big play, middle of the field, man-to-man coverage. His job is to backpedal, stare at the quarterback, and figure out where the ball's going to go. Calmly backpedal and watch the quarterback. Here, he lunges at the wide receiver right off the bat while he should be backpedaling. Kyler Murray's still in his drop. So let's watch Jimmie Ward. Lunges at the receiver, stops, corrects, spins around. Look at him now. He's looking at the opposite end zone. Kyler Murray's still in his drop. I mean, Jimmie Ward is panicking like a chicken with his head cut off, and Kyler Murray's just chilling, staring down his wide receiver right here. Jimmie Ward recovers and picks up the first receiver he sees, but that's not where the ball's going. If Jimmie Ward had patiently backpedaled and stared down the quarterback, he might have been able to break on this pass correctly, but he didn't. And this is what you see with Jimmie Ward. Excellent player, but really doesn't have a great feel for playing free safety. I mean, where is he? Another example of Ward's lack of instincts or late reactions in center field. Here he is in New Orleans, one of the closest games of the season for the 49ers. Jimmie Ward in the middle of the field, play action. Just watch him. Here he doesn't start spinning around. He's backpedaling like he should be, eyeballing Drew Brees like he should be. Now watch Drew. Drew has his eyes right here. He's making his throw. He's in the motion, and you got Jimmie Ward still backpedaling. When will Jimmie Ward finally plant and drive? Now. The ball's already in flight. That's why Jimmie Ward doesn't break up more passes. That's why he doesn't intercept really any passes, because he's a second or two late to react. Watch it one more time. Drew Brees drops. Jimmie Ward backpedals. Drew Brees drops. He sets. He steps. He starts his motion. Jimmie Ward late. Jimmie Ward needed to break on this ball. If he could have done it now, that would have been great. That would have been some anticipation, some instincts. If he could have done it now, that would have been acceptable. Instead, he waits until now. That's too late. Final example, this one's from the Super Bowl. Late in the 4th quarter, Niners still up by 3. This was a crucial play. All right? We remember this is the one where Richard Sherman got beat by Sammy Watkins. But in this scheme, the free safety is supposed to have the cornerback's back. He's supposed to be the eraser. He erases mistakes. Here's Jimmie Ward. He's backpedaling. It's a lot like the previous clip. Just reacts a second too late. There's Patrick Mahomes telegraphing the pass to Sammy Watkins. And watch Jimmie Ward backpedaling. I mean, he could be jumping on this right now, but he's still backpedaling. 1, 2. Reacts quicker than the time in New Orleans, but not quick enough. You see it from the end zone. You notice that Mahomes telegraphs his pass all the way. You know, an experienced elite free safety like Earl Thomas would have jumped this route and probably picked it off. Jimmie Ward isn't there yet. He hasn't played as much free safety as Earl Thomas. Maybe he'll make this play next season. That's the next step for Jimmie Ward.